Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Freldran. As you can see, I am back in Star Trek Online and somebody is wielding an axe back there for some reason. Zura, you having fun back there, bud? All right, anyways, today I'm going over the current event reward, current event being seasonal event. Ooh, having some internet issues there. 60th anniversary, first contact day. The reward itself is the Noble Intel Battlecruiser, but first, let's go however much time we have. It goes until May 7th, so if you have not completed the event itself, you will have to buy it out, or at least participate in as many days as possible, and then buy it out. I think that's a better idea because you'd end up paying less then. It starts out at, I believe, 3,000. The more you do it, the less it's going to cost you. So, and if you don't have any Zen to be able to buy it, you know, it's unfortunate. You won't be able to get it, this reward. But yeah, let's go over the reward itself. So yeah, the Intel or Noble Intel Battlecruiser. This is a bit of a unique ship, or at least the console is pretty unique. The ship itself, probably not as much, except for maybe the visual of it. Yeah, let's go over the console itself here. This ship comes pre-equipped with the console universal I keep wanting to say self-destruct. It just says destruct. So destruct sequence Alpha 1. When initiated, the ship prepares self-destruct sequence Alpha 1. See, why does it say destruct and then self-destruct? Yeah, never mind. Anyways, greatly increasing the ship's damage and flight capability. While this ship is under the effects of the destruct sequence, it is immune to control and other debuffs. After a time, the ship's warp core explodes, with all the overheated components powering the blast. This decisive explosion is sure to be a spectacular send-off, ensuring that no enemy can capture this ship. This is a very weird console. I kind of understand it, but I know that some of their consoles lately on ships have been kind of self-destructive. Like with the one with the last ship that we got, you do anti-proton damage to the enemies, but you're also doing anti-proton damage to yourself, and you get down to like, I think it's like 10% hull before it turns off or something like that. Very weird. I don't know why they're going this route, but anyways, this console also has passive boost to damage when firing quantum torpedoes and additional damage resistance against damage over time and hazards. I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. This is probably the only part that's really good. The damage resistance and the quantum torpedo damage is also actually pretty decent. So if you're doing that, it's pretty good. The console ability itself, not so much. I don't know. I can't really think of a use case other than I had an idea. I'll go over it when I get to space here and show off more of the stuff. But yeah, we'll go to that later. Okay, upon reaching level 5 in the Starship Mastery, you will unlock To Hell with Our Orders Starship trait. When given an order by Starfleet Command for a ship's crew to have total faith in their captain to defy those orders, this rally calls solidifies the bond that this ship's crew has with one another as they bravely fly into danger. Activating a captain ability will reduce the cooldown of universal consoles and increase the ship's maneuverability. That's actually not too bad. That seems pretty good. All right, so this is a tier 6 ship. Any faction can fly it, even though technically it's a Federation ship. It requires completion of tutorial and have a main faction or allegiance. Modifier for hull 1.35, decent. This is a big ship, battlecruiser. Shield modifier 1.1, not bad. It has 5 forward firing weapons and 3 aft. Pretty standard anymore. 3 device slots. Bridge officer stations. We have 1 commander engineering intelligence, 1 lieutenant commander tactical / command, 1 lieutenant commander universal, 1 lieutenant tactical, and 1 ensign science. Now this ship is very heavily towards DPS and defense, I guess. Because also here in consoles we have 4 tactical, 4 engineering, and only 3 science. You upgrade this, you get 2 extra, or you upgrade it twice, you get 2 extra slots, making it a total of 13. Turn rate 8, not very good. Impulse modifier 0.16, not that great. I'm kind of biased here. I'll go over it more in space. I've been flying smaller, more maneuverable ships, so this seems kind of sluggish. Inertia 35. To our powers, we get +10 to both weapons and shields. The weapons one's good, shields not too bad. I'd rather have that in auxiliary myself, but I guess because I don't have much in shields on my normal builds, that's fine. All right, console, again, we got that destruct sequence alpha 1. Can equip dual cannons. And then it's got gathering intel mechanics, which I can really care less about those. I don't really use them on intel ships. I'll go over them anyways while I'm in space. This has a cruiser command array, which gives us strategic maneuvers, shield frequency modifier, and weapons system efficiency. All 3 of those are pretty good to use. You only have 1 activated at time. Well, you can have multiples if you're in a team. You can have all 3 of them going if you're in a team that has all of them. But these 3 are the better ones because the other one is the one that I like, attract fire. I don't really like that one much. All right, Starship Mastery Package. This is a battlecruiser, so you get adaptive hull plating, plus physical and kinetic damage resistance rating, enhanced weapons banks, plus critical severity, enhanced hull plating, plus energy damage resistance, armor hull, plus max HP. So this part is more tanking with a little DPS. And then we have our 2 hell with our orders starship trait. I'll go over that a little bit here. You also get these toy rockets, and you get the hollow emitter for the Phoenix shuttle. I believe you have to be in a shuttle for that to work. And then you get a captain specialization point, which I ended up claiming this first on my Klingon recruit because he needs those. So yeah. All right. Let's go over the ship visually first. I'm going to go over to the ship customizer here. I'm probably going to turn the volume off in game because it gets a bit glitchy in there. So I'll be right back. All right. So this is the ship itself. This is how it looks. I'm not going to go through like everything on here because this is primarily about the way it looks now, or this variant of the ship. There is this variant, which is just basically the same thing with a muted color, and it doesn't have that mission pod. I believe this is the Noble class, are based off of, is it the Sovereign class or something like that? I can't remember exactly. This is like a newer variant of them, I guess. So, all right. You only get the, well, it comes with the Miranda medium interior, and then it's got the Sovereign. I guess you have the Sovereign windows. Because again, I believe this is based off, like, originally it was like the Sovereign class, and then this evolved from that. So you get a lot of material types. I'm not gonna read all these off. I'm just gonna kind of hover over them. First, I'm gonna get the ship in like a better position here. All right. So yeah, you got quite a few different ones, different colors, different darknesses and lightnesses. A lot of them are white, some of them are black or grayscale. There are some that are green, like that one. You got like your older styles. That one's actually pretty close to this, the Noble retrofit. Some of these are very shiny, some of them are very dull. That one's got a bit of purpleness to it, but I'm going to keep it with the Noble retrofit because that's what the ship is. There's also, you can change, you can kit bash, do all sorts of stuff with it if you want, make the ship look really unique. I'm not going to do that because, again, I want the ship to be what it is. I don't want to, if you want to get the ship for visuals, this is what it looks like. You can change the pattern on there if you want. There's quite a few patterns to go through. I'm not going to go through all of those, but yeah, that's basically what the ship looks like. Now let's move on to the better, the stats in space. All right, so this ship it's a decent sized ship. It's not, big. Here's the last ship that we got over here. We'll park up next to that so you can get kind of an idea. There you go. So yeah, it's not a huge ship, but it's also not a small ship. I've been kind of used to flying smaller ships lately, and this kind of threw me off. The speed on this thing isn't terrible. Oh, somebody's trying to heal me. In turn rate's not, again, it's not terrible. I'm just used to smaller ships with more nimbleness right now. I've been playing my Klingon recruit a lot, and he is flying a bird of prey. So but I do have a couple consoles on here that are giving me better turn rate. All right, so while that person keeps healing me and has pets on me for some reason, thank you. Those repair drones, where are those? Oh no, those are those are the Romulan ones. What do you call them? The Scorpions. Anyways, why are you healing me too? Or give me shields? Thank you. I don't need them, but thank you. But yeah, these are the consoles I have for giving me more turn rate, more flight. This ship really needs it because it's a bigger ship. But yeah, this is the console it comes with, which is really nice. It has plus 60 quantum torpedoes and plus 88.5 all damage resistance rating versus hazard and damage over time effects, which both those are really good, especially if you have quantum torpedoes. The rest of it, not so good. I mean, you do get a damage buff, a decent damage buff, but you end up blowing up in the end. Well, as long as you're in combat. If you get out of combat before the timer for this is up, it won't blow up. So I guess you can use it at like an end boss fight towards the end. And as long as you get out of combat before the timer is up, you're fine. Now, I did have an idea which ended up not working out. I don't know if it's a glitched thing or what, but I do have down here, this is from, I can't remember what ship this is. This is from the Voth, Miracle Worker, Dreadnought, or something like that. It's one of the ships we had gotten recently. Now, this actually brings you back to life. It's the Enhanced Ward Repair Ship. And this is not, I guess, I don't know if it's not supposed to work with it or what, because I did have this equipped. I did try it once and it worked, kinda. I blew up from the console. I came back. I blew up again for some reason. And then my ship was invisible. And then it came out of it being invisible. I don't know why. It was weird. So yeah, it's definitely weird glitch to it for visual, but it only worked once. I had to get this ship up to the max mastery here to get the trait unlocked. And so I went through Argala patrol, and I did it like 3 times just to get that, and it did not work after that. So I don't know if the original time the first time I used it and it worked was a glitch, and maybe this is not supposed to work with it. They might have it set so it doesn't work with it. I don't know. If not, the glitch is that it doesn't work after the first try. I don't know. It's a bit weird because I was kind of hoping, it'd be a way around the dying. You activate it, you get the buffs, you explode, you come back. And this has a shorter cooldown time. It's got a 1 minute cooldown timer, and this has a 2 minute cooldown timer. So no matter what, this should be up after you've used the explosion, the detonate. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It doesn't work now. It worked just once. So I don't know. Now for the rest of the stuff I have on here is kind of somewhat of a normal build I would have for end game. Not quite, but I'd also have it upgraded, so I'd have the 2 more universal slots. But yeah, it did come with these phasers here and these quantum torpedoes. So I don't really like using torpedoes on big ships like this. They don't get enough use because you have to turn into the enemy, and being a slow ship, not fun. All right, the Starship Mastery itself, we have plus 25 to both kinetic damage resistance rating and physical damage resistance rating. We have plus 15% crit severity, plus 25 to both energy damage resistance rating and radiation damage resistance rating. We also have plus 10 to whole whole hit points. And then our Starship Mastery, to hell with orders, using a captain ability gives minus 5% recharge to universal consoles, which is barely noticeable unless you're like really low, like the cooldown is really low. It's barely noticeable. And then we got plus 30% increase flight speed and turn rate for 6 seconds. That one is useful because, again, this is a bigger ship, and this will work great on other really big ships that they're really slow and have terrible turn rate. So I do recommend this for some ships, some builds. It will eat into your ability to do damage or tank, but that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do I think I'm gonna do a patrol. There's Starbase 234, and I'll kind of show off the ship itself in combat there, and I'll show off the ability. Oh, and there's another thing. I don't know why. I don't know where it came from. Apparently this ship has cloak, even though it does not say anything about it in the thing. I don't think it doesn't say it in here. And normally, if it has it, it would say it down here. I think right here underneath where it says can equip dual cannons, it would say cloak, battle cloak, or enhanced battle cloak. It didn't say that there, so I don't know where this came from. So yeah, it's weird. I have cloak now. All right. But yeah, let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and do the Starbase 234 and show this off. All right, so I am here at Starbase 234, First, I should show you my setup for my stations. I do not have any of the intel or command abilities on these characters, so I just have regular tactical and engineering abilities, very similar to what I would normally have for my current build. The universal, I ended up putting science because I wanted more heal, and I always like having a gravity well. So you can kind of build it however you want. If you do have those abilities, you can put them on there. So, and it wouldn't be too bad to put some here because you also have this over here. So you got more tactical here. So yeah, it's not bad. I would say this is a decent layout. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see here. Do I want more weapon damage, or do I want shields? Or I'll go with maneuverability this time, because I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to see if I can get it to work. I don't know if it will, but I figure I might as well try. I went with the maneuverability one because I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this right here. This has maneuverability on it. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. Go ahead and put that next to the self-destruct, and hopefully this repair ship will bring me back. It only worked once. It was glitchy when it worked, and then the other two times, I should say, it did not work at all. So let's hope it works this time. All right. First, I'm gonna fight a couple of ships here. These are they're not that many ships, but these are tougher ships. I'm gonna zoom out a bit here. Now, since I am in an end game build, I do a decent amount of damage. And then got one more ship here. There we go. And I believe there's some shuttles. All right. Now I chose this because I wanted to see how much damage I actually do with the self-destruct. So when I get up to it, I'm going to start fighting, do a gravity well, get some damage going. But now I got self-destruct going. Ooh, took some damage there. So once the timer is done, I'll see if I can get close enough. Let's slow down a bit here. May heal. All right, 9 seconds. 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the explosion did nothing to the starbase. I guess that wasn't close enough, I guess. Yeah. And as you see, the repair ship did not work. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and respawn. Yeah, it kind of sucks. You have to be really close to it in order for that to actually do something, which is really unfortunate. So, let's just go ahead and fight this how I normally fight it. Use that cloak. Come out, cloak. Let's see if I can take this down before the timer's up. I might as well use the inspiration abilities. So I want to expose the target. Just expose it again, I guess. I never really know how to use these because these don't really pop up. So this requires the tire. Okay, I guess it doesn't work on this thing. So, all right, that's fine. Now, normally I'd have this thing gone by now with my my carrier build, but it's because I'm set up for like pets and stuff. All right, I'm gonna get really close on this. I'm gonna try this again. I just gotta make sure I don't die. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. I don't know if I really did damage there. I did do quite a bit before I blew up, but all right. Let's go ahead and respawn. Just get back up there. Might be able to take it out before the timer's up. There we go. All right. Yeah, so the damage output's pretty decent. If you have it, your end game build built. Doesn't have to be phaser, it could be whatever you want. The console itself is kind of worthless, really, to be honest. Not a big fan of it. The only thing that's really got going for it is the passives, but that's if you're using quantum torpedoes. So, and yeah, I do like the look of it. That's probably about it, really, to be honest. But I also like smaller ships now, so I'm not really big into the bigger ships because they're a lot slower, and yeah. So I'll probably go back to my, well, obviously I'll go back to my carrier. So yeah, that's basically it for the review itself. Visually, it's good. It could have had a better console, but it is what it is. So yeah, let me know if you're gonna use the ship or not. Leave a like, comment, all that good stuff down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.